Welcome to this Zentangle Quickie. My name is Heather Hartwick Gladden. I'm a certified Zentangle teacher, and today we're going to take a look at the tangle Ergola from CZT Barbara Duel Johnson. Now, let me tell you this, when she sent this to me, it's named after her daughter-in-law's sister, who is very dear to her. And then as we're tangling, I'll talk to you about the inspiration. Okay, so this one starts. It's you could use this multiple ways, but we'll stick with what she has on the step out. And by the way, do take a look at it on the for more inspiration link, so that way you can see it right from Barbara's hand. And she has some really neat extra ideas for variations, ways you can play with it. So we're going to start with a double line. Now this, you want to have it high up because we're going to do a bunch of stuff underneath. And then we are going to just make little, well, up to you how close you want the lines to go. I'm trying to make them box-ish. Sure. If only I think I'm going to be filling in every other one, which is kind of neat to do. And it'll cover up those couple places where the pen didn't want to go all the way to the end. We'll see. We'll see. And all right, then I'm going to turn mine to the side because we're going to do, let's see, maybe can I get, let me start. Maybe I can get 3 in here. On my version of the step outs, I could only get 2, and it would be nice to have 3. So let's just see. So we're going to do a nice C-shaped curve line. Oops. Yep, this pen I did make. Well, we'll get 2.5. That'll be good. Yeah, can you see that? It's bent. Ugh, I hate it when I do that. All right, we're going to do 1, and then we're going to aura it. But this one, because we're going to put stuff in between it, have it droop down quite a bit. All right, and then we're going to aura the insides. And okay, now I'm looking back at it because I had one, I'm not going to tell you which one, that I made these a little too narrow, so I decided to aura on the opposite side. It turned out okay, but there was still, it wasn't, it was okay. A lot of times you can do that, but with the way I have the lines kind of where you can, like this edge, it just wasn't the same. But as I'm looking back at it, I'm like, which one was that again? So there you go. All right. And then, and I did, Barbara, I hope if you watch this, you don't mind. I split up some of the steps just because I needed to see them better. And, this one I didn't. This one, we're just going to basically just put a bunch of X's in. So I'm starting up here. Oh, sure I am. Okay, there we go. And I think I'm going to have to change this pen out because it's making me a little crazy. I'm trying to be careful, but what happens if you do this, and I know, I was making dots. It was on, I don't know, yesterday or the day before. And I don't think I did it while it was on the video, but it was before, and I'm like pushed, and I'm like, oh, look at that bend. Oh, that's nice. Because I was just making dots. This is where sometimes the PN pens are so nice, except they're not as thin as this. So if you really like a thin pen, this is the way to go. You just got to be careful with them. So I'm trying to start up here. Yeah, let's do it that way. Yeah, so just X's. And then as I'm doing one X, I'm going from the bottom I'm connecting them like this. Going from the bottom up and then from wherever I landed down. All right. And a half of, I was going to say one last one. It's not really quite one. It's a half. And I suppose, because here's what I was thinking. Well, I could probably do a zigzag maybe, and then do it the other way. And you could. Whatever way you want to do it will be fine. All right, then we're going to put some big flux shapes. Because she said she wanted... Oh, I didn't tell you what she was doing. So she was tangling on a shirt. This was for our Zentangle CZT seminar. And they were to wear tangles. So she was tangling on the neckline of a shirt. And this is what happened. So thank you, Barbara, for doing that. And now we have something cool. And just by the way, let me show you now. If you want to tangle on shirts, we have found the best pen for doing it. It's just like you're dealing with a ballpoint pen. The Pentel Gen Roller for fabric. I have if you go onto the description section and then scroll down past the links for the step outs, you'll find my link tree on there. And you might have to scroll down a little bit. You'll find the enabler resources or something like that. Silly, I called it. But one is called my Amazon store. And so click there. I believe it's under markers and pens. I'll make sure of that. And you'll find links to them there just to make it easy. And I get a little kickback from, if you click on my links. And I appreciate that if you do. But they are the best. I think I might have put that because I get them by the dozen box because I saw them listed and it was like, I think these were like around $20, something like that, for 12. And I think I saw them for two for like $7 or $8. I'm like, well, that's dumb. Of course. And they do seem, they last for a while, but depending on how much you're doing, you might want to have more than just a couple. So anyway, they are fantastic and they roll so smooth over your fabric. It's just, it's really, really nice. So highly, highly recommend. All right, now we're going to put some flux shapes in here. And then I'm pretty sure I have them all listed there. I don't know if I should separate some out. So I'm making ginormous flux shapes here in these crevice, and I'm going to just do a half one here. That's why I was glad I got 2.5. That way it wasn't just like 1 and 2 halves. And then we'll decorate it with a line and an orb, because that's nice. Get this. We'll get a half of an orb here. And then in these sections, I know on one of her samples, she had put an orb in the middle, which I think is really nice too. And then, with that, let's just put it in there. It's not on the step out, but let's just do that because I think it's neat. Just put a little one. And this one will go halfway. One reason is because as I was doing it, I'm like, okay, I'm going to have to measure how far I'm going for, because what she has in the step out is just to put another flux shape in there. But it's kind of hard to, I'm thinking about it as I'm saying it. For me, it was hard because I was just like, I'm winging, I'm just going for it, and not, paying attention. Okay, well, this is about half. Yeah, that'll work. And it does. But having a little orb there, besides it looks really, really cute, helps with that. Now, I could have put a little mark, I suppose, but I didn't want to. All right. And that is essentially it. Except for decorating and having fun. All right, now on my version, I am going to fill these in every other one. And I'm going to start with this one because it's messed up a bit. And, that's how we course correct. Like that. And I kind of like the idea of having some contrast in here. Oh, and then also, if you are looking to decorate on fabric of some sort, I know I have some links for some markers that we have used One is Tulip brand, and then like another one. It was a weird brand, but we used them and they were rather nice. So a couple people have used them. So on those lists, I don't just. I've either used it, or Mom's used it, or somebody that we know has used it. And has kind of good reviews. Someday I'll make some videos where we're playing with it, so that way you can see. And I do believe I'm going to. Well, will that look too weird if I fill in that orb? Yeah, I'm going to leave it the way it is. And then, no, and I'm going to start there, because on my version of the step out, I decided to fill these in and leave a little shine, and I like it. It's okay. It's, but let's try something else. This is what I'm thinking. All right. And I'm going to start first with the flux shapes. So I want to put a little bit of graphite on those tips, or where they gather, where they come to a point, I mean. And here, because I did them small, it's a little dangerous. Because I also want to put some on the end. I am just using what is left on the Tortillion. And I'll decide what to do with those orbs. I'm not sure yet. And let's see what's left here. Yeah, that's cute. I could go a little darker maybe, and it would be a little bit more dramatic, especially up in here. But I'm also thinking, and I'm going to include all of that with the shading. I'll go a little bit darker here. And we'll bring it towards the center. Getting all of that. There we go. Yeah, and I'm gonna, on these, because they are so small, I'm just gonna put a little C shape with the pencil and leave it at that. So that way it gives it a little bit of a shine, look of a shine without, if I use the Tortillion, then it's just going to look all gray. And I don't necessarily want that. So there we go. Such a cute tangle. All right. Well, if you have enjoyed this, and I hope you have, please click on the like button. And if you liked it enough to see more, would love to have you be a subscriber to the channel. That needs to be right there. And like I said, in the description section, you will find links to the step outs. Below that is my link tree. And besides the store, or stores, I have a couple links there. You will find ways to connect with me if you wish. If you'd like to come and tangle with me and the other Tangle Addicts online, we would love to have you join us. We do that on Tuesdays and Thursdays. Tuesdays generally are paid classes, except for the third Tuesday of the month, which is Tough Tangle Tuesday. And if you're watching this on Tuesday, which would be, because I'm doing this the day before, the 20th of May, 2025. Today, is that what I said? To look back. Yes. On the 20th, if it is the 20th, and it is either not quite yet 11 a.m. or 7 p.m. Eastern time, come and join us. It's a lot of fun. It's free. Tough Tangle Tuesday. And Thursdays also are free. That's called Tangle Time. Same times. Consistency is, I'm just big on consistency. So I always have the same start times. The other ones on Tuesdays have a fee, helps me keep the lights on. And either have a fee or, because the first Tuesday of the month is exclusive for our club members. I have a subscription membership club, Information is on the link tree, so you can take a look. And if you're interested, great. But at least you have the information there. And let's see, last thing I want to mention on the link tree is our Tangle Addicts community. We have a group on Facebook. And it's so much fun. It's just kind of like 24/7. Whenever you are up and wanting to, just enjoy some, what other people have done. It's so nice to comment on what other people have done, post your work, and it's a nice, safe space to post. I think most everybody seems, because I've not seen any to the contrary. We all understand that Zentangle is about our individual journey, and we all come from different abilities and disabilities, and whatever your win is, we want to celebrate with you. So, because we have a number that, shaky hands, or, have an illness that is, just makes them not do what they think they'd like to do. But we encourage everybody to post, because, like I said, we want to celebrate with you. And that's what Zentangle is about. So we have a really good group. And like I said, I've not seen anything to the contrary. We just highly encourage everybody to do so. So we can, just be more of a party. All right. So I think I've said all I need to say. Except, thank you for watching, and I wish you happy tangling.